with second-degree murder, a charge that was dropped in a plea deal. He ended up serving a year in jail on a related weapons possession charge. The Pagans still claimed victory.
They showed up, went to Long Island, and thrilled them. Kicked the Hells Angels' ass in their own territory. 73 Pagans went to prison. No one talked. Everybody did their time. They went there for club business, and they all came home. They made it crystal clear they will go anywhere, anytime, and take care of business.
The war was far from over, and the Hells Angels were hell-bent on revenge. In March 2002, a Pagan-owned tattoo parlor was firebombed in South Philly. Police suspected it was a retaliation attempt by the Angels. The Hells Angels continue to make their presence known in Philly.
There were a lot of rumors that they were opening a clubhouse, and then bam, it was there. They had a few parties and things like that.
The Pagans took it as the ultimate disrespect.
Well, the Pagans did exactly what the Pagans were supposed to do. Start shooting them, killing them.
Philadelphia. The city had been the domain of the Pagans for decades. But the Hells Angels were moving in on their turf, and the war between the gangs intensified. In 2005, the Pagans took the battle to the extreme and murdered the Hells Angels Philly chapter president, Tom Thinker Woods. He was one of the original Pagans who had left the gang for the Angels.
The Pagans followed them and murdered them on the Schuylkill Expressway. Killed them right there. That's when it came crystal clear. The Pagans run Philadelphia. The Hells Angels came to town. He was the president. He was the man. The Pagans killed him dead.
No one has ever been arrested for the crime. The brazen murder was enough to cause the Hells Angels to concede Philly to the Pagans.
The word in the intelligence community was that guys were getting concerned about the level of violence, the amount of heat and trouble that came with it. Wasn't worth it. I have never seen the Hells Angels run out of town or any major city like that, like the way it occurred here. They just folded up shop and went away.
The Pagans have remained unchanged for most of their existence. Violence continues to be their trademark.
Just seeing some horrible beatings. You see somebody get hit in the head multiple times with ice handles, and they just never look the same.
Unlike the Angels, the Pagans never went for size. Their secret nature keeps them underneath the radar of law enforcement. Today, the Pagans are rebuilding, trying to recruit new members to replace those lost in the battle with the Angels.
The Pagans have, over the last 10 years, been in trouble. Other organizations are banging on the door of the Pagans to be as dominant, the Mongols, the Warlocks.
I don't see them relinquishing that, not to other rival gangs no time soon. They'll stay and they'll fight to the end. I don't see them turning tail and running.
The Pagans have also tried to clean up their image. Jimmy D says it's a cynical ploy.
Now, they want to do good. They want to go ride in the front of the pack and go do Toys for Tots at Children's Hospital. What a bunch of bull. We're one percenters. We're outside the law. We're not do-gooders. A great deal of my friends are either in prison for life or dead, building the name of the Pagans being bad guys.
If the Pagans stay secretive, Jimmy D sees plenty of opportunity to build up business and recruit new members. especially while authorities are occupied with more pressing concerns.
The government is spending so much money on Homeland Security after 9/11, they've given the motorcycle groups a green light. Now's the time to do it. All the money's donated to 9/11 and Homeland Security, and the fellas are running wild. If this took place during my era, I'd be a multi-gazillionaire.
Jimmy D was put on the gang's hit list and says he's done with the Pagans.
I washed my hands with the club. I couldn't even look at them when they did that to me.
Denny also felt betrayed by the club.
I got home from jail and stayed away from the law that says that I'm not allowed to have contact with anybody for the rest of whatever, so I'll stick with that. So it's by my own choice, you know, I just walked away.
He says the way it ended still bothers him.
You build up this thing that's what it is, and then a couple of rats gnaw the balls off it, it's gonna kill you. You know, it's gotta screw with your mind somehow.
Those who remain pagans will always live by their own code, no matter what.
They will always be bad, they'll always be insane, and they'll go to extreme limits to do what they want to do. Bad pagans, they're dinosaurs, but they're tough dinosaurs.